Welcome to the vlog. I've literally got a list of things that have happened since the last time I uploaded on YouTube. It's been a wild ride. Hello everybody, my name is Jadyn. I am a 23-year-old living in Melbourne, starting a business called Control, which at the time of recording is a social media agency. I've always had a passion for videography and in particular storytelling and how brand owners and business owners are able to tell their authentic stories so that they can increase their digital footprint. Behind me is my partner. Over there, so don't mind her. At the start of the year, I knew that one thing that I wanted to do was start a YouTube series, sort of around documenting the lifestyle and documenting navigating your 20s, particularly your early 20s. I've seen it all over YouTube, and that has always been one thing that I've really loved. So we're going to the osteo for the second time this week, which is obviously not the best for the bank account. It's just one of those things where you're like, oh gosh, like, why? But I obviously know it's great for my own physical health, which in turn leads to mental health. I've only been to the gym once this week, which has been really bad, and even that session was very half-assed. So not feeling the best physically. I did weigh myself this morning though, and have been eating clean, have been making sure that we're not sort of indulging too much. Obviously enjoy the sweet treat here and there, but other than that have been pretty good with the diet. So I'm trying to get this lower back sorted because it has been quite debilitating. Whether that's an excuse for everything or not, I'm not too sure, but I thought I'd take you along for the journey on this gloomy day in Melbourne. From an early age, I've always loved vlogging. I've always picked up the camera. I remember when the G7X Mark I came out, that was one of the first cameras that I hopped onto, and I would always pick it up and use it to make videos. Sadly, when high school started, people can be a bit nasty and point the finger at you, tease you, bully you, all those sorts of things. So eventually the passion for the camera sort of died down. Although during school, I would always gravitate around the creative projects. And eventually it got to a point where I had landed a pretty high. In Australia, we have a thing called an ATAR, and essentially anything 90 plus is considered pretty good. I was able to score 95 plus and didn't really know where I wanted to take my life. So essentially jumped into university because that's what family wanted, that's what society wanted, but was it really what I wanted? What is up gang? We are out here in Mount Waverley doing our monthly client catch up with the Co-Learning Hub and WebPal. Hello! How are you? Bang. She went for a hug. She went for a hug.
Always a hug.
Hello.
I've got goods for you from Mum.
Oh, Mum dropped it off.
No, I saw it this morning.
Lo and behold, I really did not enjoy my degree, and I have made several posts and articles and have been quite loud about my personal university experience, particularly when we are putting so much financial strain on us in the future over something that we don't really know whether we want or not. A very expensive lesson to learn indeed. I've always loved business, and hence I chose a Bachelor of Commerce at the University of Melbourne, but never loved the finance and economic side of it. So ended up majoring in marketing and management. I had no internship experience, and nor did I have the aspirations to jump into the Big Four world. And I don't know whether I missed a seminar or a lecture where people were sat down and told that going to the Big Four was the be-all end-all goal, but it just seemed to me that everyone in that commerce degree felt inclined and very passionate towards the Big Four scene. But I never took that leap, and honestly I am quite glad. I think we're at this stage where we see a lot of people, especially young adults, jumping into the industry and pursuing a job that they might not really like. And the idea of that really scares me. The idea of working 9 to 5 for someone else firstly, towards something that you're not 100% heart is in it passionate about. That wasn't really a sentence. It just sounds like from a lot of maybe my algorithm, but even anecdotally, like some of the friends that I have, that that is not the case. No, fast forward to 2024, where we've officially graduated and we're lost. We don't know what we've done. We're second guessing everything that we've ever sort of thought about. Friends are heading into grad roles, people are traveling the world. Where am I in this world?
Yeah, no worries.
So good.
Okay. So let's not talk about thinking too confident.
No.
Who are we firing?
How's Vegas, man? You look like a different man.
In what way?
So just finished those 2 meetings. Thank you, Alicia, for always taking the notes and facilitating them. Love you, love your work. I feel like I came up with some good ideas though.
Yeah, I was kind of tired. So
Yeah, I know, that's all good. That's okay. It's good. It's good to do this like as a duo, because I think if one of us is feeling down, then another can pick up the energy. But if both of us is feeling down, then we're kind of screwed. But that's okay. We are not screwed, which is good. But now we're off to the Macedon Ranges because we signed a little home client, which is actually so exciting. It is a privilege to sort of record these sorts of videos for people, and it's going to be a 90-minute drive, but we're kind of hungry, so we will see you.
Wow, I miss vlogging.
Yeah, I need to
Get back into it. It's so hard when you're trying to service clients and get all their content done, but you can't even get your own content done. The struggle is real, guys. The struggle is truly real.
First world problem. Yeah, it's a privilege to be able to go out, drive, and like this is our job, right? Like we get to interact with other small businesses, we get to help them grow their content, and that's what it's all about. It was really opportunistic, but I pulled out the camera again after my last exam and went and just filmed at a cafe with a mate. And that video ended up catching the eyes of a social media agency that was running the content at the time, to which they proposed the idea for me to start making videos and being paid for them. This had never crossed my mind at all. I always thought about, I guess, the way that I'd make money is to potentially make YouTube videos and somehow get monetized, or to continue working part-time until sort of that opportunity came, or to run a business. It just so happened that this opportunity came about and I was able to start freelancing. And that's where I sort of started building up a portfolio, building up an array of videos that I could send to potential clients. I developed a really strong relationship with my local gym that I'm super, super grateful for. And that relationship has carried me in spades to the person that I am today. I also competed in a bodybuilding competition. 2024 was a crazy, crazy year. That is up to 2024. Anyway, you can find a lot of the videos on my Instagram. The idea of this vlog series is, now that we're in this flow state of building Control, our social media agency, I want to take you behind the scenes on how we're doing it, for firstly, like my inner circle to see what happens behind the scenes, but also for any newcomers to come onto the channel and to see what could be fine-tuned, what could be improved. Always open to feedback, and I think that's one of the big grabs that social media has opened my eyes to, the amount of people that you can meet, the connections that you can make, the feedback that you can get, and just a sense of belonging when you do start to show up authentically and putting your... Anyway, we're in Mount Macedon, so hopefully come behind the scenes. Come behind the scenes. Yeah, it'll be good. I think I've got a picture for sort of what I want to do. Hello. Hey. We're so early, sorry. So that was sort of my inspiration for starting this vlog series, but where are the vlogs, Jadyn? Literally, where are the vlogs? I haven't put out a single vlog since sort of that welcome video, which was a 5-minute video that I sort of scrapbooked together, but we're making a commitment to show up because I'm taking this DJI Osmo Pocket, which I was so excited to purchase and to grab. Shout out to Alicia, she inspired me and brought it out. I bought it, spent $1,000 on it, and to be fair, it's been used. In that right, I'm very grateful that we bought it because we did need a secondary camera for always a second perspective. But I did want to buy this for personal use and to use it as a camera for me to document my life and to show you behind the scenes. And
this is my one, mate. A little bit of a vlog.
Yeah, we went to the Richmond market, a bit cold. Got a $15 budget from the gambling Alicia decided to do last night, so keen for that.
Yeah.
Good day, good day.
Good day, good day. Awesome. A bit rainy, but pretty good. Keno, show us your pastries, mate.
So we got this one for Hazel. Pretty good deal. Two for $8. It's usually $8.50 just for this. So I reckon that's actually a good steal.
To buy.
They're on the teleprofit.
Stop raining.
Hello, how you doing?
Where are we?
We are at the Glen Street Markets in Richmond, and this is DC Cartel Crispy Chili Oil.
So good. So nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Get into it, yeah.
Literally.
Don't forget Dolce.
So cute.
Named after Dolce.
Thank you very much.
so since April 25th, what has up to Sydney? I flew up to Sydney to document a backyard ultramarathon for a small company called Hype. These boys work a 9-to-5 job and they're trying to essentially escape the matrix, which I think is extremely international. They're all from overseas and they've come to Australia to fight for a PR, raising families, running these ultramarathons and pursuing the art of discipline. So through half marathons, through bodybuilding competitions, through these crazy backyard ultramarathons. Definitely Google it if you haven't found that out. So that was really incredible, and it's honestly so nice to meet people who are so like-minded and who are willing to take a punt on you and the work that you do. So super grateful for them. I feel like it was one of those moments that allowed me to, because especially with client work, sometimes the deliverables can mount up and they can be a little bit stale. So very, very appreciative of that opportunity. Then we went to Tasmania for a random swim trip that was, I don't know what we were doing there, we were just swimming. So the relationship is with a swim school that I used to swim with when I was quite young. So I was able to sort of go to Tassie and sort of switch off a little bit, which was actually really refreshing.
And we're off to Vietnam. Na, 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 na.
Are you feeling, Mum?
Then we went to Vietnam. So my mum has a retreat business called Pure Life Retreats. If you know of anyone who needs that sort of reset or that getaway, definitely send them their way. We went to Vietnam, which was really, really cool. I got some amazing clothes, was able to film every day. It was just sort of helping mum out, and it was this opportunity to give back to someone who has put so much faith and love into my trajectory, and someone who is so supportive. Yeah, really, really, really. We definitely lost a sense of rhythm and momentum though, and it sort of leads me to maybe a bit of the recaps that are happening, especially because I was bringing out the DJI Osmo Pocket quite a lot. I wasn't able to find a space where I was able to sort of sit down and just collate everything together. So just running through all the footage so that it can be sort of said and done, and then hopefully a week in the life is on the roll. For Control, we launched in March and we've been able to sign on 5 clients. We're pushing 7, and I think that number has been a really nice one. A lot of people might look at it and be like, oh, only 5, what the hell is wrong with what the hell is wrong with these people? But 5 clients is so allowed us to really build out some systems and apply them to the clients and make sure that everything was so smooth sailing. The worst thing for us would have been for 10 clients to jump on board or 15 clients to jump on board and us to be sort of drowning. But now we're sort of beginning to tread water and beginning to start swimming, which is really exciting. Control really was birthed from the idea of Control My Social. Alicia had done a bit of social media work for her local hairdresser and was able to sell out a lot of the waiting lists and booking time but her background is in corporate, and hopefully one day we will be able to unpack that and talk to it and speak about it. But having said that, we are launching a podcast for the Control page, so definitely look out for it. I mentioned rhythm before, and particularly coming back from Vietnam, it was really good to come back and find that sense of rhythm and momentum. I feel like training was really good. Our home life was really good. I was catching up with mates, so there was that sort of like balance piece, which is good. Like it's necessary. But one thing that I've realized more recently is that unfortunately with balance, we can't really have that all the time, particularly if we're wanting to be successful in this space. And speaking of spaces as well, coming back to a home that I've recently moved into and a space that I've recently furnished in terms of the living room and everything. Unfortunately, when it comes to working and needing to actually hit some deep work blocks, that literally was not feasible in the space that we have, unfortunately, which now we sit in this space, courtesy to one of the housemates moving out. We were able to furnish it and deck it all out. I went all in, and this was a very self-driven project, and I'm very proud of how everything sort of...
Shush! Alright, that is room empty. So I might do a bit of a vacuum, a bit of a clean. Just clean out everything before we bring out the desk.
Wow! You could do a vacuum.
Yeah, no. Don't worry, I'm onto it. I'm the house husband.
Wow!
Okay, let's show you the aftermath. So everything's just sort of out here at the moment. A lot of things to sort of set up.
I think desk setups are one of those things that I definitely am passionate about, and actually seeing it all come to life and now having it sort of here, it has been really optimal for the...
What do you think, Ruben? How is it?
I'm so jealous.
But you can always come and use it.
But like, it's so sick. Like this screen, so worth it. How wide that?
I think Derek's not allowed to.
Yeah, true.
Derek would love to come study over here.
True. Oh, it's the lock-in zone now. It's the office. We need like an office label. I actually have one. You can get. Yeah, it's at home though. So, oh my gosh, I'm gonna show the aftermath. Look at that. That is ridiculous. So much rubbish.
You should get Hazel's reaction.
Yeah, Hazel, come. Oh.
Holy shit.
Productivity, and it's obviously a privilege being able to separate workspace to living space to intimate space as well. I'm very aware of that, but these are one of the things that I was super excited about, especially in the last couple of months. So that has been a recent addition, and I feel like our productivity has spiked through the roof. 25. The idea is to continue building control. So if you know of anyone who is in need of social media content, definitely hit up the email. There should be an email in my description box below. But I hope you enjoy these sort of snippets and a little bit of a snapshot into my life. I don't know sort of the format of what or where I want to take these YouTube videos, but I know that YouTube is on a long term. I feel like I can actually express myself on a long form. Because I know that YouTube is where it lies in terms of telling a story, being able to set up a camera and just sort of rant to it and sort of take you inside my mind and also behind the scenes of us growing the business. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment if you know me, comment if you don't know me, and yeah, I look forward to building some consistency. I hope you find some value out of these videos as well. But until then, I'll catch you next week.